Alright, welcome back guys to a new podcast. This podcast is called Social Media. Is it worth it? We'll go through the pros, the cons, things to consider. We get a lot of questions asking, is it worth it? So we'll answer them.
If you're new to these podcasts, my name's Curtis.
My name's Amy.
And Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
We've been travelling on the road for 2.5 years now, full time, travelling around Australia. We've worked about 5 months out of them 2.5 years, so we haven't worked a lot. We've more enjoyed ourselves.
So let's get into this podcast.
So the definition of social media for us would be putting yourself and your life online, meaning putting yourself on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. They're pretty much the three main ones that you're putting yourself onto. Yeah, gathering an audience and people watching you and stuff like that. So this is, more targeting that. So with social media, you've got a couple of avenues to follow. For us originally, we started doing social media for families and friends to come along and watch us, and also a memory to always be there, and we can relive the lap that we have done in 20 years time and see how different it is and all that. Now, for us, that soon changed when we hit the road, because we started realizing a lot of people started following us and liking our adventures as well. So we changed our avenue of path to, instead of target family and friends, to more targeting a general wide audience, and just to let everyone else enjoy what we're enjoying. And
showcasing Australia. We're going to all these beautiful spots people have never heard of. People probably didn't even know we're out there.
Yeah.
Just around the corner. Yeah.
So originally, if you're going to do the big lap like us, you kind of want to set what you want to achieve. Do you want to achieve a general audience, or are you just happy with families and friends? Because social media, it's a wonderful world, but it can also have its negatives. And if you're not good with the negatives, then it will really affect you, and vice versa with the positives.
Yeah, you've just got to decide, what do you want out of the social media? Is it, just like Kurt said, purely to keep your friends and family, put some memories up and some photos, or are you looking at trying to get something more out of your social media?
Yeah, and more could be like, could you actually make money on the road using your social media? That's become quite a big thing lately as well, that a lot of people are trying to achieve. And is it viable?
Is it sustainable?
Well, you tuned into the right podcast, because we've done 2.5 years full time on the road, starting from having 0 followers to where we are now. It's been a wild ride, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been very interesting. So this is going to be a good podcast, I reckon. Touching back on what we were saying at the start, families and friends. Now we are trying to focus our audience to a more broader audience, and as well, I'd say we're trying to get funding to help us out and to support us, and that's why we have started our Patreon page. We've also started to do affiliate links and stuff like that as well. We've hit the threshold for YouTube, so we can start running ads on our YouTube. It has opened up a little window there, a potential for money.
Mm-hmm. So I think we'll start with the basics, talking about the pros and the cons of social media. The pros, like we mentioned, you got the memory bank, family and friends keep an eye on you. Social media is a great place to meet like-minded people, other families, other travelling couples, solo travellers. We've met lots of people through social media in that respect, seeing where we cross paths, and
having places to stay.
Yeah, places to stay, people offering, a bed, a driveway, come have a shower. So that's been great.
When you're on the road, that's next level. When someone offers you to stay at their house, it's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, so that's a pro out of social media. I mean, there's a lot of pros. We could go on for days. The con side is it's time, it's effort.
Yeah, maybe touch on that a bit more, because I don't think a lot of people understand how much time is involved with what we do, for example.
Yeah, we put a lot of time into social media. It does fall second, third of priority, but we do put a lot of effort into our social media. Blogs, videos, reviews.
I mean, it does reflect a little as well For me, for example, for some reason I've started to steer away from my original hobbies and actually taken up social media as a hobby, in a way.
Yeah, it is a job. Like,
well, it can be a job, it can be a hobby, it can be it's however much time you involve in it.
for us, we're quite lucky. Obviously, there's just the two of us. We don't have kids. We don't have time frames. We don't have deadlines. So for us, yeah, it's been easy to manage our social media in that respect, like time-wise. But touching back on the cons, yeah, like it does take a lot of time for social media. We didn't just grow this audience overnight. We will touch on that. Other cons are family security. I mean, if you're popping blogs on there for everyone to see, you know, people are seeing your faces. All walks of life are seeing your faces, your locations, your car rego. You know, just security, just something to think about. That could be a con. Another con is, you know, you'll have good comments and you're going to have bad comments. We get bad comments. I guess you call them the trolls, the ones that are trying to pick a fight.
But then bad comments are, for us, it's like 1 in 100 you'll have the negative comment.
Yeah.
And you'll know straight away that they're not even genuine comments. They're just people having a go for no reason. So,
but for some people, that can play a toll on
your
mental health, because they are in somewhat. They could be attacking you, your family.
They're insulting you personally.
Yeah. So that is a con.
But you're gonna have that anyway.
Yeah. So just something to think about if you do start social media.
Yeah. You just pretty much just got to ignore them, block them, and move on. And majority of the time, people have constructive feedback, which is great. But you know, there's some people that just it's not constructive at all. It's just hate, and
you gotta accept the good with the bad.
Yeah, you don't want that in your life. So the best way is to just block it and move on. And if you're getting bombarded with hate, you've probably done something wrong. So yeah, probably rethink your path if you're getting bombarded with hate.
Yeah, that's another good con. So whatever you're putting on social media, expect to get judged.
Yes.
So if you do something stupid, expect people to say you're being stupid, obviously. Something to think about. What you're placing on social media will be judged.
Yeah.
In either a positive light or a negative light.
I like that as well, because a lot of people could take that as a negative, but me personally, I take that as a positive. I take it as feedback. We've had a lot of interesting comments, and we've actually changed the way we do things, because it starts informing you.
Yeah.
It might sound negative, but they're actually trying to help you improve in one way or another.
Yeah, it's what you take out of the comment. It could be a stupid comment, or it could be a negative comment, but there is a positive message in there.
Yeah. So social media at the moment is very interesting. It's a very interesting time, especially in Australia. So what I mean is, social media it's not really blown up in Australia. Like, if you go over to America, everything's on social media and everything's revolving around the online world. Australia is still like in this stage of transitioning over to social media. That's what I believe anyway. Because you go on YouTube and there's not a lot of audience around the Aussie YouTubing part of things, whereas in America it's massive.
I think that's due to population as well. Obviously, there's not as many people here in Australia as compared to the USA. Yeah,
but more people are slowly getting on it in Australia, and that's very interesting as well, because it affects everything in that line of path. So for affiliate branding and sponsorships and all that is very minimal in Australia at the moment, because businesses don't know how important or how good an affiliate or a sponsor can be for that business.
Yeah, how much potential just everyday Aussies could be doing for that business.
Yeah. For example, some of the posts that Amy does on Facebook lately have been reaching up to 100,000 people. 100,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's just reach. So, you know, that means that it's popped up in someone's feed about, 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, social media, it can have a big impact.
Yeah, it's a big topic when you start breaking it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets very fun and involved, and that's why I say it can be a hobby or a job, because it's actually fun. It's good to do, and it's enjoyable.
Oh, and if you can do this and get paid and travel around Australia, I mean, like, why not? That's obviously what You know,
No, that's the end goal.
yeah,
doing what
the
you
end-
love
doing what you love,
and getting paid for it.
yeah, like
to keep doing it.
We can use an example, Trip in a Van. I'm sure everyone's heard of them. The young family that have traveling around for the past 3 years. They've created income via social media in different ways. They work hard, and now they're sustaining their lifestyle on the road. Another example that's made it big on social media is Ronnie Dahl.
Yeah, for the four-wheel drive aspects, Ronnie Dahl, he's made it big in Australia, and good on him.
You've got Youngbloods. There's a few creators. You could list heaps.
Yeah, there's heaps of
Yeah.
creators. And to be honest, we should mention the smaller creators as well to give them a little bit of a thing.
Well-known ones, and you've got the other guys coming through, Explore 4x4. You've got Overland Travellers.
Overland Obsessed. Wonder with
Chloe and Dan, The Cruiser Life, My Rig. You got the Todoing Family. There's lots of people jumping on social media platforms. Apologies if we didn't mention you. That was just a few.
Yeah, they're just...
there's heaps of people popping up.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, because what it does is it creates a community within YouTube where everyone can bounce off each other. And I think that's a really great thing, is creating a community and using the community as an advantage as well. Like, you can have events and stuff and bring a lot of people in just by having that little community coming in. So,
all right, so yeah, we got a little bit off track there, but we're just trying to mention the little guys. Back to the bigger guys. I think people have this perception, if you start social media, you get a few followers, that you're going to get sponsored. That it's easy to get new car, new caravan, all this stuff. I think people have that idea in their head, would you say? Mentality that it's easy to get sponsored. We can tell you it's not.
yeah, no, it is a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. You could fluke it if you've got a great personality and a lot of great content. You could really get up there really fast, but in the end, for the average person doing it, it is going to take a lot of hard work and effort.
Yeah.
And for the 2.5 years that we've been doing it, and all the money that we have spent ourselves to get where we are, we're still at a point where we can't still self-fund ourselves through social media. So at present, for us, we earn a couple of $100 a month, about $300 to $500. It goes up and down a lot.
On YouTube?
On all
platforms?
All platforms. So $300 to $500 a month, and so that couple of $100 has helped immensely pay or repay for the camera equipment that we use to film.
It's helping us upgrade our camera equipment and
to give
tools.
better quality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To make it easier for us to take footage and to reflect back onto the channel. You know, you don't want to go into this social media aspect and expect to just get everything for free. You know, free fuel, free food, free camps and stuff like that.
Yeah, people want something in return.
Yeah.
So something that will help them.
Yeah.
So whether that be a business, you're helping them promote that product. You're helping, I guess for us, like inspire people or give people knowledge.
Yeah.
I think, you don't just jump on social media. If you have the mentality of jumping on social media and wanting, personally, I don't think you're going to go far. Yeah, you're not going to go far.
A lot of people will tune out because a lot of people... We've come to a society now where you see ads everywhere, and a lot of people are just sick of it, and they'll just tune straight out if they see an ad.
Oh, yeah, each to their own.
Yeah, I mean, but majority of people are getting sick of seeing ads.
Yeah.
So
building that audience isn't easy. I think people we've noticed a few people that have come online, popped a few videos up, and they're wondering why their videos aren't doing well. How come they're not getting all these subs? Look at all the subs we have. How come we're not getting that? We do like we've mentioned, put a lot of time into social media across all platforms, which we think has helped, obviously, boost and increase our audience over the years.
Yes.
Yes. It takes time, people.
Yeah.
Unless you can, not that we condone it, you can go buy followers and... subs, but then that's a whole nother ballpark that messes up your analytics. Yeah,
you don't want to do that. I don't even know why you brought that up, mate.
Sorry.
So from what we have learned in the past 2 years is where to focus the majority of your time, meaning where should you work the most and how to improve the most at. And the number one place where you should focus a lot of your time,
In our opinion.
is YouTube. The reason for that is because YouTube is a steady income.
Yeah, it has the potential to be an income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram, you make bugger all money on.
Yeah, you might get a free pair of shoes or sunnies or a rug or...
Facebook, you don't make much on either.
Nah, so many people on Facebook.
And your website, you could sell a couple of things on your website, but once again, it's not a constant source of income that's reliable. And the only one we found reliable is YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's if you're trying to make money out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have found that people and companies have approached us because we do have an account on all platforms. I'll just mention that. So because we have a Facebook, an Instagram, a YouTube, and a website, we have had companies comment on how they like that. Like, we don't just have Facebook. We don't just have YouTube. We have, a broad range of audience. Have the potential to reach a broad range of audiences.
Yeah. It's more like putting all your eggs in different baskets.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to link at some point. You know, on Facebook you can say, oh, check out my YouTube channel. Boom, people come over to YouTube.
Yeah, and it's just for different age brackets as well, I guess.
Yep.
You've got the people that like looking at photos and reading blogs, so they're more website and Facebook. We've got the younger generation and families. They're still nomads on Instagram, where it's just more of a picture reel, so you're just sharing pictures. And then you've got YouTube, the people that actually want to watch and,
like what you guys are doing right now.
Yeah, like what you guys are doing. Watch a video. Some people like that.
Yeah.
So I guess, wrapping it up, is social media worth it? It really depends what you want out of it, your time frame, your circumstances. Yeah. I mean, if you're on a 6-month lap and you're with your family, like me personally, I wouldn't put too much time into social media. I would much rather spend that time in enjoying your trip, especially for those people doing shorter trips. And like we've said, having kids as well, like that's just another level of responsibility and another thing that's going to need a lot more attention than sitting down and doing a Facebook post.
We've seen a lot of families on the road as well. They do the lap, they get the audience going on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. They get home and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's gone. I mean, it's good because they've obviously documented their travels.
Yep, they've
so
helped
they can
people.
look back on it.
Yep.
They've helped people. They've probably met people through it. But yeah, just be aware that it's no easy track if you want to try and monetize it.
A lot of...
It's more... Yeah, that's where it reflects on the two paths I said at the start. You're either in it for family and friends or you're in it for the long run and trying to get money out of it.
In the end, the simplest way to get money is to go get a job.
Go to work, get a job, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, save up and then enjoy yourself.
Even for us, it's so easy for just us to just go to work and we would make a lot more than what we do. And that's the other thing. What we do is we do go to work. We do fund our own trip.
Yeah,
and like I said, all the money that we get, it just puts back onto the camera gear.
Yeah, camera gear, the fuel, going to new spots.
Yeah. Exploring beyond where we normally would go because we've got the bit of money behind us to help us go and explore more.
So yeah, is social media worth it?
For us, we love it and we're glad we did it and it's awesome.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
But for you, just think about your circumstances.
If it gets too much as well, you probably have to stop, relax, reset and go again. It can get very...
mentally draining.
Constantly going to places, filming things and not enjoying yourself. If that's the case, just stop, revisit it, see if you're really enjoying it and then go again.
Go offline.
It's like work. If you're not enjoying it, you really should stop doing it and find another source of income or anything like that, or just stop being on social media.
I think that pretty much...
we covered a lot there.
Covered a lot of topics on the social media. Hopefully we didn't dribble on too much and you pulled something out of it. It is an interesting topic. I mean, you could sit here and talk for hours and really get in depth about it. It is a big topic. Yeah,
we could do a part 2. We'll see how we go. See if you guys like this kind of podcast. And we'll probably do a part 2. And we'll link all the channels that we mentioned as well below to help them out. That's about it.
Sit back and enjoy the sunset that's going on behind us. And
you guys have got bloody front row seats and we can't even see what's going on.
Don't forget, if you like this podcast, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.
podcast.
Fix your hair. It's getting heated up in here. Turn the fire down.
My point.
Okay.
What's your next though?
I'm not wearing my hat.
Go get it.
Do I need it?
Probably, yeah.
Do I though?
In the end, if you want money...
You want money?
What's wrong with it?
Sticking out.
Finally.
You are so beautiful.
Come in. Can you see?
Even that side. Sort your hair out, mate.
Frazzled from you. Should I put her on a lead? I need a sneeze.
Future Amy, this is what I've got to deal with.
Locked in, baby.